Hi everyone, so you're wondering what to get your person for Christmas that they will enjoy and like using. So I've got some options that you can try. So if they're a fountain pen collector or really enjoy using fountain pens, whether it be for drawing or writing, then I've got some recommendations for you. So first one, which this one's always been my daily carry. It's starting to get a bit scratched and battered up now, because it just lives on my lanyard for work and in my bag. But this is a great pen. This is not the Pilot retractable. This is the Jinhao 10 press. It's like the Jinhao version, and it costs currently on Amazon. Let me have a look for the price of this one. Most of them cost around 20 quid. The one that's like the black ripple with a fine nib looks like that. So it's very similar to the one I've got, and it is £16.18. Let me see if I can find the exact one I've got. Jinhao 10. Let's have a look. There you go, £18.98 for the red one. Black ripple, black stripe. Bright black, was that the one I had? Oh, I can't find the one that I've got where it's like black and gold. Matte black, I've got the matte black one. Yeah, here's one that's very similar to mine. It just hasn't got the gold coloured metal. It's not gold. This one is £16.18. They come in fine or extra fine. I recommend getting fine. Extra fine, they're scratchy, but the fine is a great writer. It's nice and smooth, it's got good ink flow, and it feels like writing with a medium nib. It's lovely. So yeah, so for 20 quid you get one of these. Now these are heavy, they've got a metal body, so it feels like a nice solid expensive pen. It looks like a pen that's expensive, like more expensive, but they are not. Oops, I've got something. I've actually managed to chip it now. It does live on my lanyard and in my bag, and I've been using it for a couple of years for work. So at least 2 years for work, I think. And yeah, it's a great pen. It's bomb-proof. Like, it lives on my lanyard. It's swinging around on my lanyard all day. It's easy to use, easy to refill. I just keep some spare cartridges in my bag. You can refill it with ink, like ink bottles as well. But obviously that's just not convenient for work. But yeah, it's a great little pen. Excuse the state of my hand. I was refilling a pen and I spilt the ink. So yeah, a great little pen. So this is a Jinhao 10 press with a fine nib. Great little pen. Lovely flow to it. It's not too wet. Obviously, if you touch it straight away, it's going to smudge, like all ink pens do. But it's not too wet, and I find it does dry quite quickly. As you can see, that's not smudging now. It's fine. And like I said, I mean, they're quite tough, and they look nice as well. Everyone that's borrowed this pen has always said, oh, that's a really nice pen. I like that pen. So it's a nice one to add to the collection, and not too expensive either, which is nice. So that's always a bonus. So there's the Jinhao 10 with the fine nib. You can get bottles of ink. So, like, you can get these bottles of Diamine ink. They're only small bottles, but they'll last ages, because you only need a small amount to refill a pen this size, and it'll write for quite a while. These ones, you can either buy them individually, and they'll be about £3. Or you can get them in little sets. So the ones I've got actually came in like a little set of, I think it was a little set of between 4 and 6 bottles. And I've had these ages, and they work great with fountain pens. They work great with the Jinhao 10s. And it's a nice cheap ink, but it's actually a decent ink, the Diamine ink. There is also Waterman's ink as well, or Octopus ink. It depends how much you want to spend on ink, but if you want cheap ink that works great, you can get them a little bottle of Diamine ink in their favourite colour and a nice pen. And that's a nice, easy Christmas gift. So I'm going to write that down. This is the Diamine in jet black. So there's that one. You can also get a Lamy Safari. So this one is £19 and a bit of change. So you've got Lamy Safari, and I can't spell today. This one's got purple online ink in it. So the cartridges I got cheap. I didn't buy the proper Lamy cartridges. I bought the online version, which look like this. So that side fits the Lamy, that side will fit like the online fountain pens. And the Lamy cartridges look exactly like this as well anyway, with the dual end on. You can get a pack of the cartridges. Cartridges cost, let's have a look. Lamy cartridges. If you buy the Lamy ones, for 5 packs of cartridges, you'll pay like 11 quid. This one is the online version that I bought. So this is the pack I got, and it's tenner. So the pen itself will cost, hold on, Lamy Safari. The pen itself will cost about 20 quid. I got, mine was £19.99, as you can see, purchased December. So yeah, £19.95 for the pen, and then about a tenner for the ink. So yeah, the ink is about the price of the pen. But again, get both together. It's quite cheap, really. Nice smooth writer. It's not too wet. Comfortable to write with. I recommend getting the medium, but that's my personal comfort preference. I don't like scratchy nibs, and I like the pen to feel like the nib to feel a bit solid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it to feel like I'm going to bend it and break it when I'm writing, because sometimes I do press a bit too hard. So yeah, I would get, if you get a Lamy, I would get a medium nib. It's a lovely, comfortable writer, and it's nice and lightweight, and it's easy to carry around as well. If you wanted something that feels more expensive, go for the Jinhao 10. If you wanted something where plastic body's not going to bother the person, and it being lightweight, then a Lamy Safari. Again, you could get like an ink converter and refill this with bottled ink as well. There are options, but obviously it depends what you want to spend. And yeah, there's a couple of options. Now another one, this is not a fountain pen. If you've got a person who likes to draw and create artwork or do calligraphy, the Kuretake brush pen is a really good option. These are, I don't know how much this is now because I've had it forever. 1 second. Kuretake brush pens. You're talking about a tenner for these as well, by the looks on it. I don't know if they've got the exact one that I had. You can get packs, actually. I'm just trying to find the exact one I had. So this is Fudogoki. I need to put the Fudogoki in. Kuretake. I'm probably butchering the name, by the way. Fudo brush pen. Fudogoki Brush pen pack of 3 extra fine black. It looks like they've changed the design slightly. I've literally had this years. You can get pack of 3 extra fine ones. It's like 13 quid. There's also... Oh, here you are. Found it. So that's the one I've got. You get a pack of 3 for 14 quid. I think when I bought it, I probably had a pack of 3. That's probably why it feels like I've had it forever. If you get one on its own, it'll cost you £11.86, so you might as well get the pack of 3. Oh, there you go. I bought it in January 2016. So, £11.86. And this is the Kuretake Fudogotchi. I'm probably butchering the name, and I do apologise. And it's a brush pen. These are great. They've got like a... It reminds me of, do you know the handwriting pens from school? Like that sort of nib, but there is like a flexibility to this. And it's a lovely wet inky pen. So this is the Kuretake. Obviously it's not really designed to write with. It's more of a drawing pen. And this is the Fudogotchi. Again, I apologise for butchering the name. It's got nice different variable line weights to it, depending on how hard you press. I've had this years, so it is going to look a bit greyed out now because the ink is starting to run out on it finally. I don't use this loads, but when I do, I really enjoy drawing with it because I do a lot of digital art now as opposed to doing it traditionally, although I've started my sketchbook up again, so I will start using this. But like, I like this for the sort of brush effects and like the different line weights you can get. It's quite a nice one for filling in areas on a image, and I can also add like thicker lines. I can add thinner lines, you know what I mean? Like, it's quite a nice pen for artwork. Sometimes I'll do it where I'll draw in pencil, and then when I'm doing the inking stage, I'll use this. And like I said, I mean, obviously I haven't used it loads and loads and loads, because I've got other pens that are my favourite for drawing with. But it's a nice one if you've got someone who likes to do calligraphy, likes to do ink drawing. It's a nice pen that you can get to add to their collection. Another one that's good for drawing, which is what I tend to use a lot more of, is these Rotring Tiki graphic pigmented ink pens. These come in lots of different sizes, and you can get packs of these or you can get them individually. And I like the very fine nib because I can get some really nice line work with these. So this is the Rotring, and it's the Tiki. Rotring Tiki graphic. This one in particular is the 0.3 nib. And these are great little pens for drawing with, for writing with. They're like a nice all-round pen. So if you've got someone who likes to doodle and draw, but also likes to do a lot of writing, they're quite comfortable. They're comfortable to write with, and ink flow's good, and they don't smudge. Like, they tend to dry pretty much instantly. Like, I have to try hard to smudge it, you know what I mean? Like, that's a slight smudge. These are great. These are my absolute favourite for drawing with, and also for making notes in like my notebook when I'm not using my fountain pens. And then if I look for pricing, Rotring, you can get a pack of 6 for 22 quid. So they are a little bit more expensive, and if you go for like the isographs, it's like 41, but that's a pack. But if you want to get just a standard Rotring fine liner, Hold on, I'm trying to find, because I wouldn't have paid that much for it. Where is it? Ah, there you go. If you want one on its own, so that's this one that I'm actually using right now. Oops, £5.80. So they're not expensive. You can buy a pack of 4 with different thicknesses, which is what I would have bought, because I definitely have got different thicknesses knocking around the house. I'm actually at the stage now where I need to get some more of these, because I think there's this one and one other one of my last 2 I've got left. I think I've absolutely battered the others. £12.45. So yeah, they're a no-brainer. Great for drawing, great for writing, and fairly cheap, but a nice pen. They are plastic, they're very lightweight. They are refillable as well, apparently. I don't know about these ones, but I know the other, like the Isograph ones are. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, I'm not sure with this one. These ones might not be. But again, really nice pens for drawing and writing. So if you've got an artist in the family, that's another option, is the Rotring Tiki Graphic in 0.3. Or if they like finer, you can get smaller than that. Then another thing I'd recommend if you've got someone who is arty is the Tombow Mono Zero eraser. This is the smallest eraser that I've been able to find. It's got a really fine nib to it, and it works like a mechanical pencil, so it's just clicky. Comes with you can get on with a bunch of refills. This one came with like about 4 or 5 packs of refills. It's going to last me forever. And this is great for like when you want to rub out a really small area. I was using it the other day, so it's a bit battered on the end. But you can control how far it comes out and rub out the tiniest little details on a drawing. These are great for like portrait drawing and stuff. So like when I was drawing, not that one. When I was drawing this one, I did it in pencil first, and then I was able to like go through and just rub out like tiny little details where like the highlight of the eye, the highlight on the nose stud. I was able to like rub out tiny details. I have inked it since, obviously. But yeah, great. So if you've got someone who does a lot of pencil drawing, these are great for like fine detail. They're not expensive. I mean, probably for an eraser they are, but they're not in the grand scheme of things expensive. It depends what you get. So this is a Tombow Mono eraser. Oh, there you go. So for £6.95, I'm not sponsored by Amazon, by the way. This is just where I buy everything. You get a pen and a couple of packs of the refills for £6.96. So yeah, they're nice and they're actually fairly cheap, really. Obviously £6 for an eraser is expensive, but trust me, it's worth it. I lost one of these and was devastated and bought another one straight away. I use these a lot in my artwork. The other thing that I can recommend if you've got an arty person is these. These are the Graph Gear, Pentel Graph Gear mechanical pencils. They are metal bodied, nice and solid, easy to refill. They are my favourite pencil to draw with. So my go-to for portrait drawing is one of these Pentel Graph Gears and a Mono Tombow eraser. That's basically my entire portrait drawing kit. They have got a nice strong clip, which also is part of the operation of the pen. It makes the nib go inside, so it's safe to travel with, because otherwise that's quite a fine point sticking out there. You can push the lead back in, but that's a bit pokey in your pencil case. But if you go like that, it retracts. It's got a metal body, it's got a good grip to it, it's got rubber, and it's got the cross hatching in the metal. Nice and comfortable. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's lighter than a Jinhao 10. But what I like about these is because you can get them. This one's the 0.9. I have got a 0.7, I think it is, which is like my favourite sort of size to draw with. They do go to 0.5 as well, and the leads are easy to get hold of, and fairly cheap as well. But these are absolutely brilliant for drawing like really fine details. Like I can draw stuff really tiny with these and get like small details in. Really nice pens, really nice mechanical pencils for drawing. Highly recommend that for an arty friend as well. And if I do, so this is the Graph Gear 1000 by Pentel. This one's the 0.9 lead, and the lead in this is not Pentel, by the way. The lead in this is, oh, actually it might be. Hold on, where is it? Oh, it is. There you go. So the lead in this is Pentel 0.9 Super. Again, just refills I've picked up. You can get, this is obviously the HB. You can get different leads, and then you've got like a thing on the barrel where you can turn to remind yourself of what lead you've got in your pen. This one's got HB in it, so I always leave on HB. Great little pens, and you can get some really nice fine lines with them. And it looks very grey on camera. It's just, I'd say, a shade darker in real life. Be a great little pen. And then like if I show you, so like let's say I'd done some hair or something and I wanted to do some highlights in the hair, then I would use this mono eraser to add some details. You can get nice fine little lines and details with this. So yeah, those are my Christmas recommendations, depending if you've got someone who's more of a writer or someone who's more of an arty person who likes to do a lot of drawing. There's a nice selection of things that you can get. They're not going to break the bank, but they will be greatly appreciated by your arty or writing friend. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and if I don't see you before, have a lovely Christmas, and bye for now.